Okay, in this video, I'm going to be fabricating this carrier for the back of my ATV. And I'm going to use nothing but scrap material. So keep watching and you'll see how I do it. Perfect. quarter inches on center. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing is I'm taking the existing bolts out. I'm replacing them with a longer bolt. A little bit longer, not much. What my hopes are is, what I'm hoping to do is to give myself a place where I can attach my carrier that I'm building. So the reason I'm reversing them is two reasons. One is that I'm hoping that by adding this nut on this side of this bar, it'll help me clear this radius right here. I don't need much, just a little bit. Plus it'll give me somewhere I can attach. And it looks like it's going to be perfect. I may end up having to have a longer bolt. That's the way it's looking. Looks like we're going to end up having to have a longer bolt. A little secret some of you may not know. A nut, if that nut has got numbers on one side, those numbers go on the outside when you screw it on. That's just what it needed right there. It's perfect. Got just the right. It falls right in there every time. All right, let's see this should fit. Oh yeah, perfect. Right. It really doesn't need anything to hold it down. It fits in there pretty snug, but I don't like things that rattle, so. All right, it ain't coming out of there now. I think that'll serve me well right there. So we're gonna put the finishing touches on it here. I hope. So I could have, while I was fabricating this thing, I could have made some little end caps to go in there, but that's kind of tedious to make those little pieces and then have to weld that thin metal all the way around to cap that off. So these little plastic caps are pretty cheap on eBay. So we're going to give that a shot. Perfect. Perfect fit. So there you have it. A little carrier project is finished here. I mean, there's nothing fancy about it. There's a lot of different ways I could have done it. I could have lined it with expanded metal, but I kind of wanted a box so I could set stuff in there. If you're out working on tree stands and stuff like that, you got a place you can lay your tools and everything, and they're not going anywhere. I can ride down to the next one or whatever I'm doing, and everything's in this box. So I could even put a lid on it if I wanted. So I don't know if that'll happen or not. I may put a, if I ain't mistaken, somewhere around this shop, there's an old friend of mine used to say, probably got a windshield wiper for a billy goat's butt in here somewhere, but I think I've got some lining material like I've got in the drawers of my toolbox. I may put a piece of that in the bottom of it or something, you never know. But anyway, a 5-gallon bucket will sit in here just fine. I made sure of that. I made sure of that when I built it. So fits right in there. So that'll be handy. Don't throw stuff away. You never know what you might turn it into. I mean, if you got a few skills and a shop where you can do your own stuff, you know, I mean, little ladder sections, that ain't much. And I mean, you can buy a carrier for about 150 bucks and up, depending on how big and how nice the one you want. This one I've probably got, I used paint that I already had in the shop, scrap wood that I had in the shop, scrap metal from the tree stand sections. I did have to go buy some bolts. I put some stainless steel bolts in there with washers and nylock nuts. I mean, all you got to do is reach down there and loosen 4 nuts. You don't even have to take them off. Just loosen them up, pick it up, take it right off if it was ever in the way. So I think it'll work pretty well for me. So anyway, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please reach down there and hit that subscribe button. And hit that like button while you're down there, please, if you got anything out of this video that you enjoyed at all. I do appreciate you watching the videos. And until the next one, there you go.